All right, folks, I got a fresh cup of coffee. We got some fresh XRP merch. I've been meaning to show you guys more of this, by the way. We just got sent in a bunch of XRP merch, a bunch of fresh, new, fun stuff. Not all of it's my flavor. You know, I like to keep it pretty straight, simple, and pretty basic. But anyways, the XRP merch is over at my website, zachrector.com. Let's talk about it. Solana Passes XRP, and even Binance now has passed, BNB has passed XRP as well. So we need to talk about this. A lot of faith, a lot of conviction being lost in the XRP community right now because they're so focused on the price action in front of them that it has not been as exciting as some other coins like Solana. Solana here on the chart, I'll show you what we're looking at. I mean, this thing has just ripped. Let's take a look. So Solana's up about 1,143% since the lows of $8 in December of 2022. Now, the thing about Solana here, from the very basics, just starting off here, Solana is a VC pump and dump in my opinion. What is taking place right now is the FTX bankruptcy process, which you guys know how big of a deal that was for Solana. FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried were big into Solana. And so to see that all go through, I'm going to show you guys that here in a second. But I want to give respect to the pump. Okay, who is that? Ivan on Tech, whoever said that. We got to respect the pump. And I want to pay my respects to Solana for what they have been doing. But I have to throw out my bias right from the very beginning. I do believe that Solana is a VC pump and dump. Okay, and once again, it's pumping here again, like many other coins are, and it's making people in the XRP community lose faith, conviction, and focus. They see the shiny new object, right? They got a faithful woman back at home, but they see something, keep your eyes on the prize. Now, the thing about it with Solana, very fast, a lot of NFTs, a lot of users. I'll show you that here in a second. The question just remains, how much longer will this pump last? Is now a good time to get into Solana, right? It's always tough to catch these, what I believe to be a manipulated pump before they happened. And so for those that have made gains on Solana, respect, love it. I absolutely love it, okay? This is not XRP versus Solana. This is what's going to be the best investment that we can make, the best opportunity cost. I'm looking at it for myself, and it's up to you guys to make your own decision based off of what I'm about to show you. Without further ado, let's get right on into it. So the crypto market starting off here this morning, Bitcoin at 43,700, Ethereum at 2,300, and we have Solana up to $95. BNB is up to 271, so XRP has been passed by BNB and Solana. Okay, so XRP back down to the 6th spot. Now, what's interesting to note here is that Solana has a $6 billion worth of volume in the last 24 hours, which is comparable to USDC's volume. It is 6 times the volume of BNB and XRP. So you can see there's just been a bunch of traffic, a bunch of activity taking place on Solana. When I go to their website, they're touting 11.5 million users. So we're at 4.7, I think almost 5 million in the XRP community as far as active wallets. How many users does that relate to? Usually most people have a few wallets. And so, but you get the math here. There's about twice as many wallets and users, and obviously 6 times the trading volume on Solana that there is on XRP right now. 21.9 million NFTs minted, and the average cost per transaction less than a penny by far. Very cheap, very fast when it's working. Now, they have updated the infrastructure. We haven't seen too many crashes. Last time the volume was up this high on Solana, it was having issues. It seems like they've beefed up some of that infrastructure, and the most recent craze has been driven off of a lot of NFTs and a lot of tokens. Now, this is the type of stupidity and nonsense that makes me veer away, and warning signs start flashing for me, is because just a ridiculous amount of memes and pump and dump tokens that are being released on Solana right now, which never ends good. It's not utility that lasts. Once again, there's always going to be another meme coin pumping in this space. How long can it last? Is there any utility? Is there any fundamentals? There might be pumpamentals, it's pumping. You got to respect the pump. But what's really taking place, let's look at the details here. So while all this good stuff's happening in Solana, they're doing NFTs, they're launching a bunch of meme coins on their network, and it's able to handle it. That's important. Unlike Bitcoin, which through ordinals and the NFTs that are being placed on Bitcoin, the average transaction cost gone to $30-$40 and made the network impossible to do cheap payments on. Solana is handling it. But what's taking place behind the scenes? FTX bankruptcy crypto asset liquidation data is in. This is from Marty Party. He says, beyond comprehension how this makes any sense, but here are the facts. This is the FTX bankruptcy liquidation that has been taking place. They have been dumping tokens. $325 million at $21, $1 billion at $68, and $1.1 billion at $73. The two sells here in 68 and 73 were both in December 8th and December 17th. Now, you might have recalled me showing this in one of our live shows here most recently. I think that was December 18th. It was like, or maybe it was exactly December 17th. I think it was. That was last Sunday. Last Sunday, we did an episode and we talked about this, how they have been dumping. Now, they got Bitcoin to dump. They got Ethereum to dump. They got APT, and they have a little bit of XRP to dump with some other miscellaneous coins. But a big, massive bag of Solana that they are now selling off. Now, Marty Party tags Gary Gensler, tags Hester Pierce. Who are we protecting? You know the deal. And he says, now you know where those sell walls are coming from. Well, we have blown by those sell walls. Now Solana is up to $95 per coin, 1,143% from the lows of $8 in December, all the way up to, pushing towards almost $100. So we'll see. Hopefully those that are, doing the bankruptcy proceedings for FTX can sell off a little bit more at this most recent top after this pump. And so this is obviously me interjecting my speculation. You guys know I'm always looking for what's really taking place here. And to me, it just is too much of a coincidence that they're dumping massive bags, billions of dollars worth of Solana at these price points that we've now reached. And you can see on the chart at $68 and $70 here in December 17th, right? This is where we met a little bit of resistance. Back here on, December 8th was the other one, right? Got a little bit of a down. And actually, last time I covered this, I showed on the chart, every time they sold, the market dumped after that for all cryptos too. So I believe that whoever's handling this is working hand in hand with the market maker magicians that are running the crypto space. And that's the problem for me with moves like this, right? Is it's not based on fundamentals. It's not based on real utility that's going to last. You can only make so many meme tokens where the regular person's going to just get, lose out on their money before folks get bored and tired of that. When I look at Solana 2, the other thing that worries me is the allocation to the team. Here's your allocation reported from CoinMarketCap. Community reserve, 38%. And the problem with this is, unlike Ripple, all these other projects and these companies that have these massive, community reserves, they're not transparent like Ripple is. Ripple has set the standard in transparency. They locked it all in an escrow, and there's a timed release of $1 billion every month. And what has Ripple been doing over the last 3 years? Only selling to on-demand liquidity partners and institutions that are going to use XRP for utility. With these other projects, you don't know who owns it. You don't know when they're going to sell. And you don't know if they're going to use those coins for actually trying to develop out the ecosystem or not. And even if they do, look at all the grants that Ripple's given out. Not all of Ripple's grants have been successful. And so this is a problem. So the one thing, though, that I will say is that Solana has great tokenomics. When you look at the supply here, there's a circulating supply of 427 million and a total supply of 565 million. So we're pretty close to having all of them released, right? But the problem is that they're not out in the public circulating. You have 38% in the community reserve. You have 15% in the seed sale, similar to Ethereum disguised whales. I don't know how they weren't very disguised because you saw all of the VCs, you saw all of the mainstream crypto bros coming out. They got in on this thing. The founding sale of 12%. I mean, so what do you have there? Another 30 on top of that 38. You're talking about 67. I mean, I guess another 12% to the team, another 12% to the foundation. Who in the public owns this token? Literally, I mean, I didn't even expect that. I was going to share with the allocation how there was a bunch with the community. I hadn't even taken the time as I was getting ready to look through this to see all of the seed sale, the founding sale. I guess, you got a little bit of distribution there, but clearly not much. So although the tokenomics are strong, this gives much vulnerabilities to the price and to this pump lasting. The vulnerability comes in with how much of it is, basically just trapped within the community reserves, the founding, the team, the foundation, and the seed sale. And you guys know the deal in this crypto space. A lot of this is all crap. Oh, our foundation. Oh, our, come on, guys. A nonprofit, a do good deal. Trust me, bro. I don't like to play around with stuff like this. I personally don't. The other thing that I want to mention is that Solana is mentioned as a security in the Kraken lawsuit, along with the Binance and Bittrex lawsuit as well. Well, I don't know if Solana specifically mentioned in Bittrex, Binance, or Coinbase, but if you recall, the Kraken lawsuit that they just filed, they included about 16 tokens, and I have it pulled up right here. This is the SEC complaint. Solana is listed, okay? And they list the SEC Bittrex, the SEC Binance, and the Coinbase lawsuit as well. Does that mean that Solana is a security? No. Does that mean that Solana in and of itself is a security? No. I mean, XRP's kind of set the standard for that. But the problem comes in with proof of stake methodology. The problem comes in with the ICO that they did. Was that an unregistered securities offering? Probably, in my opinion, probably was the ICO. So that's another red flag for me. Now, is it going to stop the pump? Well, it hasn't stopped the pump. I mean, it's done, an 11x, 1,100%. That is an 11x. That's very good. That's very fun. Hope everyone enjoyed it, had a good time. But when I look deeper into this project, doesn't turn me on. A lot of stuff actually turns me away. Legal clarity, not there at all. And then who actually owns all these tokens? What's their plan with them? And, now we're watching this FTX bankruptcy process. This whole thing, to me, looks rigged. This whole pump that just took place looks rigged. And let me be fair to Solana. I've been saying since the beginning of this year that this whole crypto rally has been driven by a lot of manipulation with multiple stablecoins. In fact, new stablecoins have been being issued every single week to pump this whole space up. It started with Binance USD and the Paxos Treasury in January. On January 20th, USDC printed like 200 million USDC. That pumped Bitcoin even higher. And then we've seen it go on throughout this whole year. Tether has now been taking USDC and Circle's lunch, and we've always been suspect of Tether. I just see another rally similar to what took place in 2019. 342% rally took place for Bitcoin. You saw altcoins run up during that time as well. Before we got hit in March of 2020, and Bitcoin crashed by 60%, and the rest of the space did even worse. That's what I'm watching out for. And in my opinion, this space this year has been pumped by market maker magicians, FTX bankruptcy process. This is all the same group. It's all the same crypto cabal behind the scenes. Sam Bankman-Fried fighting CZ. And, they end up both, having their own issues because of it. Sam Bankman-Fried's fraud gets completely exposed. They go bankrupt and collapse. CZ has to, give $4 billion. Binance has to cut a check for $4 billion to Secretary of Treasury Janet Yellen. This is, it's almost like they knew the crackdown was coming, so they just went hyperdrive with the manipulation. And that they have no shame, right? With this whole bankruptcy process for FTX. It's a very sad story. Now, the other problem here that I see, it's not really a problem. It's just not as attractive to me as what I'm going to show you guys with XRP, is the Solana DEX. the Solana DEX is where all these tokens are being created, and they do have AMMs, but it's not native to the Solana DEX. So with XRP, we're going to have the AMM being integrated directly into the DEX. That's the layer 1. What you have here with the Solana DEX is the AMMs are being issued on these other layer 2s. Radium, Orca, Aldrin are their top rated DEX, right? And they have a bunch of them. That is not as attractive and definitely not going to be as liquid as the AMMs that can be built on layer 1 like XRPL, where you're going to have all of the liquidity is going to be in that layer 1 DEX, that layer 1 AMM that's built into the DEX of the XRPL, instead of being spread out through all these other AMMs, right? Now, it's just these points that I bring up on Solana are ones that, aren't as attractive to me as they could be, right? It's not as good as the layer 1 AMM that's coming to the DEX for XRPL. And speaking of the AMM that's coming to the XRP ledger, we just got a research paper, and this is the co-chair of Hedera and the co-founder of Quant, Paulo Tasca. This is the co-founder of Quant saying that the AMM coming to the XRPL is going to outperform Uniswap in various areas. And Uniswap is the leading AMM for Ethereum, obviously. It is the leading DEX, the leading AMM. And here you have it, this research paper today, Automated Market Maker on the XRPL, research reveals XRPL AMM leveraging harvesting, market volatility, outperforms Uniswap in slippage and impermanent loss reduction, pace of price synchronization, and overall operational efficiency. And this includes the co-founder of Quant and Superbrain, Dr. Yibo Feng, and others. So this has been a great pump for Solana. I'm very happy for everybody that made money on it. I just don't think that it's going to last. And for the XRP community that's watching this, okay, this crypto went and got a 10x. Do we still not have a 10x at play for XRP? No, we absolutely do. We absolutely do. We've been suppressed. And for me as an investor, I don't want to invest in something that's going up in price where I can't explain it. And when I go to try to explain, why is this thing pumping? Why is it moving up so much? And I find manipulation. I find FTX bankruptcy filing and them dumping $1 billion worth of Solana. What a nice, convenient thing. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. That's concerning for me. That's why I don't invest in meme coins. Why is it pumping? Well, you can figure out why it's pumping, They hire some influencer shills to push it out to the masses, and they do a pump and dump. That's explainable. Does it last? Never. Do 90% of the investors get wrecked? Yes. In the case of an XRP, in the case of other utility coins, there's fundamentals there. Now, the frustrating part is that we have fundamentals, we haven't had a pump, and we haven't had significant price appreciation. So, when we look at Solana, it's done 1,143% off of the lows of $8 up to 99, almost $100 for XRP during that same time. Let's take a look at it. Where was our lows for XRP? It was down here at 29 cents, and that was back in June of 2022. So I measured off the lows of last year for Solana. I'm going to measure off the lows of last year for XRP. And you can see, what did we accomplish? 226%. This is what is frustrating the XRP community. But folks forget, right, on what XRP has done in the past and how much fundamentals and actual utility we are still building. See, I don't want a short-lived 10x and then the party's over. I would rather see a steady climb, even if it takes years. I'd rather see that steady climb, and I'd rather see it last. Now, we are going to see a pump come in for XRP, in my opinion, that won't last, that will go 10x. I think that we easily have a 10x coming our way for XRP. That's why I still hold it. That's why I don't have FOMO that Solana's pumped and my XRP hasn't. XRP is building an incredible structure, and the utility that's being built on the XRP ledger is the standard. So we have legal clarity, that's a standard. We have AMM coming to our layer 1 DEX, that's a standard. Ethereum doesn't have that. Nobody else has that. All the other AMMs in this crypto space are built on layer 2s. So we have unique advantages, and we've been missing out on the utility. So Solana NFTs, we just got NFTs last year, or was that 2021? Relatively speaking, though, we were late to NFTs, we're late to AMM, we're late to cross-chain bridge interoperability. But the thing is you look at these other projects that have brought these utilities, brought these functions to their network, that's what's made them crash. That's what's made them not work. And now what utility are we talking about? Folks can create a meme coin on Solana and pump and dump it. Folks can create an NFT on Solana and pump and dump it. Is there a little bit of utility there? Are some folks creating legitimate projects, legitimate NFTs? Sure. A very small percentage. My thing is, there's not strong fundamentals. There's some pumpamentals. There's, we got to respect the pump. But how much longer will it last? I think that this space is set up for a correction. I think it comes in Q1 of this year, 2024. And so while the Solana pump has been great, would I still be hanging out in Solana if I was invested in it? No. Am I going to invest in Solana now? No. Is that intended to be financial advice for you? No. It's up to you to find the next 10x. I think the XRP is a 10x. I'm looking for other opportunities right now. But the years that I've been in this space and scouring over opportunities, there's very few projects with legitimate fundamentals and utility. So it's few and far between that these opportunities where you can say, okay, there's something here to grasp onto. If you want to, throw some money around and gamble and put some money on this bet and put some money on this bet and see what goes, then that's, I guess, a strategy to play. That's not what I'm going to be doing with my money, though. So at the end of the day, in conclusion, with the Solana versus XRP deal, I think the XRP is set. Once we get the real utilities that we've been waiting for, the XLS 30 amendment for AMM, we get 38D, which is cross-chain bridge. We get 40, XLS 40D, which is digital ID. We get clawbacks. This is what is going to spur real growth in XRP and the XRP price. And I believe that it'll have much more lasting or staying power than the pump and the dump that we see for Solana and that we see for many other coins in this space. Now, do I believe that there are going to be other coins that outperform XRP this bull run? Yes, absolutely. Am I looking for those coins right now? Yes, I am. Let me know in the comments down below which coins you want me to review next. I'll go take a look at them. I'm looking for that alpha just like you are. But when I see a coin pumping like Solana, I know a lot of people, are only focused on price. And for me, unless you have a program that is consistent, repeatable, and scalable, you don't have a real strategy. You're just gambling. So good luck. God bless gambling. Hopefully it works out. But I'm looking to build out a strategy that is consistent, repeatable, and scalable, which is researching projects with utility, watching them grow, understanding that you're early, having patience, and not chasing green candles and not FOMOing into projects that are just the new sexy thing that walks by. That doesn't last. That might be a good one-night stand. It's not going to last. And for me, a lot of the space is going to be looking to XRP Ledger here soon for how well NFTs are working, how well our AMM is working, how well our cross-chain bridges work. And that's going to bring in more users. As I showed you guys at the very beginning, Solana has twice as many wallets and users. Solana has 6 times the volume right now. There's a reason why it's going up, and that's respectable. Will it last? That's the main question. Let me know in the comments down below, is this Solana pump going to continue? Is this Solana pump about to end? And let me know what you guys think about XRP. Are you guys still hanging in there? Have you lost your faith? Have you lost your conviction? I certainly have not. I will not be buying Solana on the dip. I'm not going to be buying Solana, period. I believe that it's just part of the manipulation in this space that we need to get rid of. And once we get rid of that, pumping a little Solana up 10x is going to be nothing. We're going to be pumping this whole space up 10x, from a few trillion in market cap to 10, 20, 30 trillion in market cap. And that's done through legitimate institutions coming into the space, not little cute pump and dumps. But I will respect the pump. God bless all the Solana bros. Let me know what you think in the comments down below and smash this thumbs up on the way out. Everything else can be found on my website, zachrector.com. I'll see you in the next one. God bless.